Cybersecurity. There are many myths when it comes to this career field, and people think that you have to have a lot of technical experience or be a hacker or become a insane coder to break into this field. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. I am living proof that I ended up getting my first cybersecurity job when I had absolutely no IT experience or any certifications or even a college degree. I was able to break into this market and take advantage of it, and I was able to reap some pretty insane compensation. There are so many fields that you can get into. I'm going to skew all of that down for you and make it into a comprehensive video to where you can understand that you don't need all this experience to get and break into this career field, what the different types of career fields kind of entail, and how much you are expected to make per year breaking into this field. And let me tell you guys, cybersecurity is changing constantly. Within the next couple of years, I mean, as we know it, the stuff that we're working on currently is going to change. So if you like to have a very productive and very fast-paced, or even just have things be new every single day, then this is definitely the type of career field for you, especially if you want to get paid. Hey, pay attention to the sex part, shit's about to get wild. First, if we go ahead and take a look at this article, this is just basically breaking down the 10 cybersecurity entry-level positions that you can go ahead and get into. The first job is security analyst / manager. Basically, within this position, you are looking to see if there are any sort of types of threats. You're going to be doing a lot of research for the different types of vulnerabilities that are coming out within the system. So what you have to do is just basically make sure that you mitigate and remediate any issues before or after an event occurs, aka a data breach. So with this as well, you can become a manager, and you just literally just need to manage people and the project. You necessarily yourself aren't going to be doing any sort of security analyst type roles, and there are definitely positions out there where you're going to be doing both functions, but you can definitely become a manager and just manage the team, and your team will help you and guide you. The senior level guys will not let you down depending on where you go. So that's kind of what this job entails. So the second one is the security specialist. So these guys are basically just in charge of protecting company data, ensuring that the digital safety of end users, assisting senior management, and onboarding new employees securely, and they interface with leadership on a day-to-day basis. So within your current job, if you're doing any sort of those roles where you're talking to customers, you're talking to end users, or you're talking to corporate companies, I mean, realistically, any of these skills are definitely transferable within this career field, because there's a lot of people within the IT career field who do not know how to speak to people or converse with them. They are just very introverted and they have a hard time speaking with people. So if you're really good at that, this is definitely the job for you. Now, an incident responder. So this is dealing with incident response anytime that there's a sort of data breach or any sort of event that's happening. Maybe someone got super pissed off when they got laid off and they decided to delete all the data. You're gonna have to basically go ahead and investigate all of that, and there are a certain amount of steps that you have to do when you're doing this incident, and every incident is different. There's really not going to be, you know, one incident that is the same. So if this is something where you like that is fast-paced and this is really a non-technical type field, you're just doing investigation work and you like to have things be different every single day, then this is definitely the job for you as well. And then a security auditor. So security auditor, they're just basically making sure that people are falling in line with compliance after they meet certain accreditation efforts with their system. So depending on what company you're going to get into, the government, US government basically uses RMF or NIST to fall in line with their systems. And if there are any sort of credit card transactions that are happening, which that is pretty international and most businesses use that, they have to be PCI DSS compliant. All it is just making sure that you fall in line with those standards on how to secure a system with when they use credit cards, and that is virtually it. So the auditor will go ahead and make sure that all of those things are set in place, and this is a very entry-level position, and you realistically don't even need a college degree or anything like that to get into this field as well. So that list is definitely not exhaustive. There are definitely more cybersecurity jobs out there within this field, and the ones that I went ahead and show you basically don't require a college degree or any sort of IT experience. If you have any sort of relevant experience with either management, conversing with people, or problem solving, then they will definitely be able to train you up and stuff like that with the technical aspects when you get further in your career. You don't have to be a coder coding constantly, or a hacker where you need to know super technical stuff within this field. That is just not the case. So when I went ahead and got my first cybersecurity job, I was basically an auditor slash analyst, and within this job I basically just had to make sure that people were following the security standards appropriately. If there were any deviations within that, then I would go ahead and relay it to my manager. They'll go ahead and investigate it and look at it further, and that's pretty much it. I also had to do incident response as well, and so every incident was really different and depended on what was going on with the system, but I usually had a technical expert or system admin to help me along the way. I didn't really have to know all the ins and outs in the job or the system. They helped me along the way because they're working on it 25/8, and I was able to get the job done. So I went ahead and looked up entry-level cybersecurity jobs. Now, within the national average, it pays around $66,000 per year, but I'll tell you what, you can definitely get a higher paying job within a short amount of time. I went from basically $50,000 to $120,000 per year within the course of 3 years, and that's because I did so many different things, learned so many new stuff, and they're looking for people with the type of skills to go ahead and be able to learn, converse with people. Like that, those are a lot of soft skills that not a lot of people know how to do. And so when you get into this career field, some of the job positions may not pay as well. Some may pay way more than what most people are getting now, which is great, but I'm here to tell you that those jobs, you can definitely increase your salary within the course of 3 to 4 years and get the $120,000, $130,000, if not more, depending on kind of what career field you decide to go ahead. And now if we go ahead and take a look at the information security specialist, the median salary has raised about $4,000, so $77,000 as the median, but as we can see here on the high end, that has definitely increased drastically. So with this position, you can get $124,000 within this pay. So this is definitely something very good to go ahead and look at if you're looking at this position. So if we go ahead and take a look at the incident responder or incident manager, essentially the same job position. The manager is just basically going ahead and managing the team. The average salary is $87,000, so that raised about $10,000 from the last job that we went ahead and looked at, and then the high end is $131,000, so that again raised another $10K from the previous job we went ahead and looked at. So that is a very good salary jump. So again guys, yeah, so those are the entry-level cybersecurity jobs that you can go ahead and get into without no college degree, no experience, or no certifications. You can go ahead and just apply to those positions depending upon what type of experience you have. And I went ahead and created another video. I'll go ahead and link it down in the description below, that goes ahead and talk about resumes. So the resume will help you out a lot, and one of the tools that I use within that video is very helpful because it can go ahead and help you tailor your resume to the specified job that you're trying to apply for, definitely increasing your chances to go ahead and get the job that you want. So even if you start out kind of low within your pay, depending on what you think that might be, you can definitely advance within this career very quickly, just depending upon just because of the vast amount of knowledge that you have to go ahead and learn within just one position. And you can go ahead and job hop or grow with it in the company to different positions and definitely get that higher pay that y'all deserve. So I hope this was very insightful for you, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.